Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Let's start with today's video. Today's topic is fluid mosaic model. And this was the most acceptable model of plasma membrane. It can be also quoted as protein icebergs in the ocean of lipids. Just remember, once I will teach you about the structure, you will understand the meaning of this quote. This model was given by Singer and Nicholson in 1972. Okay, and seeing what the structure is composed of, what the plasma membrane composed of. So they said that plasma membrane composed of phospholipid, as you have read in the previous two models, and protein. Same thing. Now, I will be telling you first about the protein and then phospholipid. So, this protein is alpha globular. Globular means they are spherical in shape, and this is the secondary structure of protein. In last class I told you protein is having four different type of structures, that is primary, secondary, tertiary and quaternary. So this is having secondary structure. Now the protein which is present in plasma membrane are of two types according to their place or according to their position. The number one is extrinsic, which you can also call as peripheral. Another one is intrinsic, or you can say or call it as integral protein. So this is according to their position. Now it is present, extrinsic protein present on both the sides of phospholipid bilayer, means inside and outside both. Second important thing is, it is loosely bonded with the phospholipid. Okay. Now, about the integral protein. Integral protein, they are present partially or totally embedded in phospholipid bilayer. In the structure I will show you how it is partially and totally embedded, and it is having strong bond. And also helps in transportation. Okay, so these are the two basic types of protein on the basis of their position in the plasma membrane. Now we will be discussing about the phospholipid. As you know, this phospholipid is amphipathic. Third time we are talking about this. It is, what is amphipathic? Hydrophobic, hydrophilic, both ends are there in the same phospholipid molecule. This is phospholipid molecule, head made up of glycerol which is hydrophilic tail made up of fatty acid chain, and it is hydrophobic, means water repelling, and you can also call it as polar. Fine. And this is non-polar tail. Okay. So this is about the phospholipid. Now, according to the model, phospholipid shows two type of movement. Movement by phospholipid. Number one, that is transition. Transition movement means movement of phospholipid in same layer. And second one is flip-flop movement. That is movement in different layer. Okay, let me show you here. If you will see, the phospholipid molecules are arranged like this. So if there is change in the position of 1 and 2, this is called as transition. This is transitional movement because they are changing their position in the same layer. Whereas if this one is coming here and fifth one is going here, this movement is called as flip-flop movement, as the phospholipid is changing their position between two different layers. So these are the two movements shown by the phospholipid. Now you can screenshot, then I will rub the board. So now you can see here one more thing about phospholipid, that the phospholipid molecule face each other by their tail part. Fine. See, tail is facing each other and there will be weak force of attraction called as van der Waals force. Fine. That is the V which attracts each other and it is present between the two tails of the two lipid bilayer. Next, we can also call it as trilamellar structure. Why? Because protein, phospholipid, protein is present. One more thing added by the Singer and Nicholson, that pore size. It is between 7 to 10 angstrom and the thickness is, that is 75 to 100 angstrom. So remember, this is very important point. Now let's see the structure of plasma membrane. You can take the screenshot here too. Okay, so structure of plasma membrane. Okay. Then tail. Protein which is totally embedded in the membrane. This is the membrane protein. And this one which is partially embedded. There are other proteins also which were superficially arranged. Let's label it. This is phospholipid bilayer. This one is intrinsic protein. This is also intrinsic, but this is totally embedded in the membrane. Fine. And this is extrinsic प्रोटीन जिसे आप पेरिफेरल भी बोल सकते हो एंड एक्सट्रिंसिक भी बोल सकते हो. फाइन. सो दीज आर द प्रोटीन्स. नाउ दिस इज हेड एंड दिस इज टेल. Okay, now let's talk about why this fluid mosaic model was most acceptable model. So number one is water soluble molecules can be transported through intrinsic proteins. So these proteins, they act as a channel or carrier molecule which helps in the transportation of the water soluble molecules. So this model has explained how the water soluble molecule can transport inside the cell and outside the cell. So this was the number one, because of which it was most acceptable. Second one is variable ratio of phospholipid protein. This is also very important. Before that, before explaining this point, let me number the phospholipid. Fine. As you know that the protein and lipid can show the movement in the membrane, and you know phospholipid shows two type of movement. Suppose number 1 will go to number 3 and number 3 will come to the position of number 1. So at one point of time there will be no phospholipid and here also there will be no phospholipid. That time the ratio of phospholipid versus protein will change, and that gives this scope that this plasma membrane is dynamic in nature, which is very important for the concept of transportation. Fine. So because of this, and one more movement it shows, that is flip-flop movement. So because of these two movements and even the movement of proteins in the membrane, the ratio is variable, the ratio will keep on changing. Because of that, it is dynamic, and that gives a scope for the better transportation. So this is also a very important concept. And third one was, according to Singer-Nicolson, it was quasi-fluid. Quasi-fluid means semi-liquid or jelly-like. The membrane was quasi-fluid and it was jelly-like structure. Why it is so? Because of the weak bonding between phospholipid and phospholipid and protein. Because of that, it gives a quasi-fluid-like structure, and that shows the icebergs, जो protein icebergs हैं, because liquid, this is jelly-like, that is why these are the icebergs and they are maximum in amount. That is why this phrase was given by them, that is protein iceberg in the ocean, or you can call as ocean or sea of the lipid. So this is all about fluid mosaic model. Now, why Singer and Nicolson has given them the name as fluid mosaic? Because fluid, as it is quasi-fluid, jelly-like structure, and mosaic as there is a change in the position of protein and phospholipid, that is why it is mosaic. So, fluid mosaic model given by Singer and Nicolson in 1972. According to him, protein are of two types, extrinsic and intrinsic. Intrinsic may be which is completely inside the membrane, it is called totally embedded intrinsic, and some are partially embedded. The other proteins which are loosely and superficially arranged, those are the extrinsic protein. And the phospholipid will show the movement. One is transitional movement, another is flip-flop movement. Because of that, the ratio is variable and it gives a scope for transportation. And one more thing was given by Singer and Nicolson, that the pore size in the membrane is 7 to 10 Armstrong, and whereas the thickness is 75 to 100 Armstrong. So this is all about fluid mosaic model. Just remember, so this is a very important concept for the NEET, and it still, if you face any problem, if you are having any doubt, you can mail me. The email ID is given in my description box, and even you can comment and tell me so that I will revert back. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture. See you in the next. Till then, keep learning, be safe and take care. Goodbye.